Hi, in this video we're going to do a deep dive into screen sequences. So once we log in here to our main page, on the left hand side menu here, we're going to go down to Screen Sequences. This is going to show a list of all sequences that we have on our account. For this video, let's go ahead and show you how to create a new sequence. Up in the top right here, we're going to click on New Sequence. We're going to give the sequence a name. For the sake of this video, we're going to name this Test for Video. Next, we'll have a description here. This is a required field as well, so we're going to go ahead and name this field. Once we've done our name and description for this screen sequence, we're going to choose an orientation. So keep in mind that on digital signage screens, we're going to want to normally choose landscape, and for interactive touchscreen kiosk, we're going to want to choose portrait. We're going to go in and create a landscape screen sequence. We're going to click next, and here we're going to see our screen sequence creation page. Notice this is broken down into 4-minute loops. So each loop is going to play for 1 minute and then check for content in the next and the next and the next. If there's no additional content, it will keep replaying whatever content has been selected. This first column here is for hoop board attractor loops, and these cannot be edited. Next, you'll have these two larger selections here. These are typically for board admins. And then all of these smaller ones are typically reserved for ads for businesses or for attractors that we want to use outside of the main content. With that being said, any of these can display all the relevant content, so don't worry too much about this differentiation. So let's go in and assign some content. We're going to select this first box here, click the plus sign. Next, we're going to have 5 options that we can choose for the screen layout. We have a 100%, which would be just one zone, a 70-30, 50-50, a 30-70, and lastly 3 selection zones. So let's take a look at all of those really quickly. 70-30 is going to be larger on the left, smaller on the right. 50-50 is equal. 30-70 is smaller on the left and larger on the right. And then 33-33-33 is going to be equal across. Let's go here and make a 50-50. So we're going to click on 50-50. We're going to click on Zone A to assign the content. This brings up the list of content that we can choose. We can select a hoot from our hoot board, an app, set a custom URL, or upload a custom creative from our computer. We're going to first select a hoot for Zone A. That's going to load all of the hoots from your hoot board here. We're going to then scroll down and select the hoot that we want to display. We're going to go here and choose Try Out our new list feature. Once that loads in, we're going to go into Zone B and do the same. This time, we're going to select Chase the Aurora in Iceland. That's going to load in. We're going to select Next. That will show us a preview of each content that we selected here. We can then go in and click Edit if we would like to change or reassign any of that content. We're going to go ahead and save this by clicking Finalize. Then we can see that this particular block is selected with the content that we chose. To save this, we'll then save sequence. We'll see now we have Test for Video down here, and that would have our relevant content. Next, we're going to go into scheduling our sequences that we've created. We're going to go in to Sequence Schedule on the left-hand side here. And here we're going to see which. So now that we can see which sequences are being displayed on which board, what we're going to do is we're now going to schedule that particular sequence that we just created. So we can see here that the default sequence takes up the entire timeline here. Well, what we want to do is assign this particular sequence in. I want this particular sequence to play during December the 10th through the 12th. So what I will do is I will grab this sequence from the top here. I will move it down. I'm going to line it up here starting on the 10th. It's going to load in. I'm then going to go and grab this left-hand side here, and then I can drag it to where I want it to end. I want it to end on the 12th. When I release, that will then be saved. So what this is going to do is this is going to play the default sequence, which for this particular board is going to be Thanksgiving offers. It's going to play that all the way through until it reaches December the 10th. It will then switch over to the sequence that we scheduled, Test for Video, and it will play that particular sequence through the 12th and then revert back to the other default sequence. We can do multiple schedules here. So for instance, if we go up here to Christmas deals, we can select Christmas deals and we can drag that in here. So we'll actually put that in for Christmas. And we're going to have it go a little bit past Christmas. So we're going to bring it into the 26th here. And we can save that there. So now we can see how this is going to be scheduled and how it's going to play out. What this allows you to do is schedule content whenever you'd like for future events and take a little bit of stress off of you. If you'd like to delete any of the scheduled sequences that you have, simply click on that sequence. It will then show you the dates that it's being scheduled for. And up here in the top right, you can click delete. That will then remove it. We'll do the same for test video. And we can delete that there as well. Now, another way that you can get to the sequence scheduling page is by going to screens, choosing the particular screen that you would like to assign the scheduling for. For this, we're going to choose test for video. We're going to then select assign content. We can then link out to schedule sequences here to get back to that scheduling sequence page, or we can select a particular sequence right from here. So we're going to go in and we're going to change that default sequence to New Year's offerings. Click apply. And now this particular screen for test for video for digital signage would then be playing New Year's offers. Thank you so much for watching.